Ripple lawsuit, SEC tries to shut down the company's fair notice, Hogan says they have the burden. In a recent case, a court ruled against a defendant who claimed the term dealer was not a fair notice, since it has a lesser level of authority than investment contract. In the letter, the 5 defendants claimed they did not have fair notice. In their letter, the 5 defendants argued they did not have fair notice of the SEC's novel interpretation of the term dealer. Since 1946, the authority on investment contracts. As to fair notice, the court sided with the SEC, agreeing that the standard against which the SEC measures defendants' conduct is the statute itself, of which defendants and all others even arguably involved in securities transactions have plain notice. In SEC versus Ripple, the SEC has made the same argument: it is for courts, not parties, to determine whether particular conduct falls within the scope of the statute. Indeed, the court rejected the defendant's fair notice defense at the motion to dismiss stage despite acknowledging the lack of binding authority constructing the term dealer. In Ripple's case, binding authority constructing the term investment contract has existed since 1946. As Ripple Labs prepares a response to the SEC, XRP community attorney Jeremy Hogan offered an analysis on that case which marginally helps the SEC's position in its motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense. It was a different case in a very different phase of litigation, and the standard is completely different than that in SEC versus Ripple, he said. In the 5 case, the defendant attempted to dismiss the case on the grounds of fair notice, and failed, since the burden of proof is very high for a party who seeks to strike a pleading. The case, the SEC is seeking to strike the affirmative defense of fair. The SEC is challenging fair notice in the Ripple case, which has a high burden of proof to meet. Nowadays, courts generally make decisions after looking at the evidence, unless there is no plausible way of winning, he said.